I'm James Carter, and I'm running on fumes in a city that's forgotten how to breathe. My camera's battery is dying, but it's still filming, capturing the hollow pulse of this Russian wasteland. It's day 3, and Artem and I are on the move, our boots crunching through the debris of a street that's more graveyard than road. Last night's nightmare in the apartment, those yellow eyes burning through the dark, claws tearing at our barricade, still claws at my mind. The creature didn't follow us to the roof, but its screech lingers, a warning carved into my bones. Artem's axe swings at his side, his face smudged with the dirt, but set with a defiance that keeps me going. My knife's edge is dull, my hands shaky, but I'm filming, always filming, because this story, our story, has to outlive us. The streets are hollow, choked with weeds and rusted relics. Lada cars, their frames twisted, windows shattered like broken promises. Brutalist towers loom, their concrete faces pockmarked, windows dark as dead eyes. The air tastes of ash, and a faint static hums from a radio in Artem's backpack, spitting garbled Russian. Maybe a signal, maybe a ghost. We're heading for a market Artem knows, hoping for food, supplies, anything to keep us alive. I'm thinking about survival, not just outrunning these creatures, but holding on to what makes us human. Trust, hope, stories. They're slipping through my fingers, but Artem's steady presence, his quiet strength, pulls me back. He's a kid, but he's carrying more than that axe. We pass a playground, its swings creaking in the wind, slide half buried in ash. Artem pauses, his eyes distant, and whispers about playing here with his sister. I think of London, my parents' garden, my sister's teasing grin. These memories are anchors, but they cut deep. I'm narrating into the camera, my voice low, trying to make sense of this world where monsters aren't just the gray, eyeless things with claws and acid spit. Humanity's monsters, greed, fear, betrayal, paved the way for this. The radio crackles louder, a voice breaking through, coordinates, a bunker, a promise of safety. Artem's eyes light up, but my gut twists. Promises are traps in a place like this. The market's ahead, a sprawl of collapsed stalls and shattered crates. The stench of rot hits us, and I gag, my camera shaking. Artem points to a warehouse, its doors ajar, promising supplies. But the shadows move, and those yellow eyes glint from within. I'm whispering to Artem to back away, but he's already crouching, axe ready. The creature's growl is low, joined by another, then a third. 3 of them, their gray skin glistening, claws clicking. I'm thinking about fear, how it's a virus, spreading faster than any contagion. We're exposed, no barricades, just open street. I grab Artem, pulling us behind an overturned truck. Its tires melted into the asphalt. The creatures prowl, sniffing, their acid spit dripping, sizzling on the ground. I'm filming, narrating through clenched teeth as we crawl toward an alley. The creature's screeches pierce the air, and I'm thinking about society, how it's just a story we tell ourselves, fragile as glass. That story's shattered now, and we're the shards. Artem's breath is ragged, but he's not breaking. He whispers about his dad, how he'd fight for them, and I tell him about my sister, how she'd call me brave, even when I wasn't. These confessions, traded in the dark, are our rebellion against despair. The alley's narrow, lined with rotting crates, and the creatures are close, their claws scraping brick. I'm thinking about sacrifice, leaving someone to save yourself. I won't do that to Artem. He trusts me, and that's heavier than the knife in my hand. We reach a fire escape, rusted but climbable. Artem scrambles up, axe slung over his shoulder, and I follow, camera strapped to my chest. The creatures lunge, one's claws grazing my boot, spitting acid that burns my jeans. We're on the roof, panting, the city sprawling below like a corpse. The radio signal is clearer now, chanting coordinates, but the voice feels wrong, mechanical. Artem wants to believe it's salvation, but I'm thinking about lies, how they're the oldest monsters. The creatures are climbing, slower but relentless, their yellow eyes locking onto us. I'm filming, narrating, my voice a thread against panic. We grab a pipe, a broken antenna, anything to fight. Artem swings his axe, I stab with my knife, and we drive them back. Their screech is fading as they retreat. Night's falling, and we're still on the roof. The radio signal looping, a siren song. Artem's curled up, axe in his lap, and I'm filming, whispering, because silence is our shield. I'm thinking about hope, how it's a spark, dangerous but vital. The creatures are out there, and the bunker's promise feels like a trap, but we'll keep moving. If you're watching this, we're still alive, still fighting. Subscribe to Beyond Blackout and come back tomorrow. The next story's waiting, and it's a scream in the dark.